Yes, I can. I think your next faculty is not around, so yes, I can. But you have to share the screen again. It's still sharing? Okay, fine. Okay, so I said it's a complex life cycle. Oh, I can't move away. Oh. It's a complex life cycle, right? Because you have sexual reproduction alternating with asexual reproduction. That's why we say it's complex. It's also an indirect life cycle because you need at least 2 different organisms to complete the life cycle. So we discussed the life cycle in 3 stages. I said the first stage is the exoerythrocytic cycle. You have then the erythrocytic cycle, and then you have the sporogonic cycle, which occurs in the mosquito. Now, for the exoerythrocytic cycle, it starts when an infected female mosquito comes for a blood meal. She introduces the sporozoites into the circulation. The receptors for the sporozoites are present on the liver cells. Within 30 minutes of being introduced into the circulation, these sporozoites are mopped up by the liver cells, okay? Now, within the liver cells, they are going to change form and become merozoites that are enclosed within the schizones. That was when I told you that you think of the pulse of coins. The pulse is the schizont. The merozoites are the coins. So eventually the schizont will rupture and release the merozoites. And I said at this stage, the exoerythrocytic cycle ends because the merozoites that are released cannot invade hepatocytes. It's the sporozoites that does that. With the erythrocytic cycle, the merozoites will invade the red blood cell. Again, you have schizonts being formed, and the schizont eventually ruptures and releases merozoites. The merozoites will go on to invade new red cells, and that's the usual erythrocytic cycle. I also said that for some unknown reasons, instead of the trophozoites to continue to generate schizonts that eventually liberate merozoites, they change form and they become what we call gametocytes. Male and female gametes are formed. These gametes are the infective form to the mosquito itself. So when another uninfected female mosquito comes for a blood meal, she picks up the gametocytes. Once within her gut, the male gamete exflagellates, becomes motile, and fuses with the female gamete. Because of that fusion, because you have male and female gamete mating, we regard the mosquito as the definitive host because sexual reproduction is taking place here. Then the ookinete pierces through the wall of the mosquito gut and forms an oocyst, which eventually liberates sporozoites that finds their way to the salivary gland of the mosquito. So when this mosquito now goes for another blood meal, then you have the cycle continue. Is that okay? Some response, yeah, good. Any other question? Okay, so have a good day.
Thank you, Doctor. Thanks so much.
So can I just?
Yes.
You have to close and thank you.